Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in again to another episode of CivilianTacticalWeapons.com. I actually asked a question on the website about interest in gaming reviews as far as how they were relevant to firearms and the types of discussions we have here. So I decided to actually do a review on probably the top two first-person shooters that are relevant to this discussion. Activision's or Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops, and then also Medal of Honor, which are two drastically different games. So first off, each game has its own benefits and faults, but let me go ahead and talk about these two because they do cater to two different styles of shooters. And of course, this is my opinion. I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of people arguing about this, but let me go ahead and just explain my catch on it. If you want to look at these two games from two different categories. One, the relevance to today's times. Of course, Medal of Honor definitely wins this one. There is direct mention. You are not in some breakaway Soviet republic, Kyrgyzstan or any of those other type of made-up names that they have in video games to try to be socially or politically correct. Medal of Honor is not designed to be a politically correct game. It's designed to be an accurate game. So if you look at the settings, the environment, everything in the game is done as accurate as possible. Everyone knows a lot of my reviews on the Aimpoint and EOTech optics. Medal of Honor has it almost down-packed 100% perfect with how they did the optics on it. The optics look good. They've been designed good. The red dots make sense. I mean, everything, when you're looking at the guns, the mounts, everything is correct. Those of you a lot of you out there may know what a wet reload is. Wet reload is when you change your magazine when you still have bullets left in the gun. Well, when you pull your magazine out and you have bullets left in the gun, you still have one in the chamber. So when you slap a new magazine in, for example, a 30-round weapon, you should now have 31 rounds in if you stuck a 30-round clip and have one in the pipe. Medal of Honor actually accurately depicts that. So most of the time you'll notice you have 31 rounds in your gun if you've done a wet reload at any point. Who cares about that extra bullet? Well, you may when you're doing multiplayer. So from a depiction standpoint, Medal of Honor has that really down real well. Particle effects, you can see there's certain areas with the dust storms, just the environment, the feeling. It's a very kind of dark environment. Medal of Honor just feels incredibly accurate across the board for those types of things. So if you want accuracy, realism, and relevance to this time, Medal of Honor is really good. The campaign is incredibly interesting. It's a very interesting single-player campaign. And the multiplayer tends to have different style of shooters on there. I've noticed, at least this is my interpretations, of course, other people, remember Xbox Live, these online services will match you up with anyone. But I have noticed that Medal of Honor tends to have an older crowd involved in it. I haven't noticed as much of people complaining, calling people noobs, cheaters, all that other stuff on the Medal of Honor as much as I have seen on Call of Duty. Now, let's talk about the benefits of Call of Duty. Call of Duty, hands down, multiplayer is where it's at. They've done some features within the multiplayer components that have set it aside from Medal of Honor. If you want to, if you can get past all the messed up guns, weapons, accessories, all the other stuff, there's a lot of customizations you can do within your firearms in Call of Duty. However, 90% of it's not accurate. So, does it make it fun? Is it fun running around with a flamethrower on the bottom of a Galil assault rifle? Yeah, it is. Would that ever really happen in real life? Would anyone ever set up their gun like that? No. But does it make for very interesting multiplayer sessions? Yes, it does. So you can even customize out, in this game, you can customize out your red dot with every single optic, which is all generic. You can change your crosshairs, colors, all this stuff. Some of the customization is kind of retarded and useless, but a lot of people who just want to, if you're looking for customizing your car out like a Honda Civic, a street racer or whatever, this is the game. It lets you customize every single little thing out on your gun. Not accurate at all, but it is interesting. The other aspects to this is it has something called combat training, which is an incredibly new idea in any game, any recent game at least. Combat training allows you to build a room of 6-on-6 or any derivative of that, 2-on-10, 12 people. It doesn't mean that all 12 people have to be people, and this is a unique thing about it. So think about it from this standpoint. You've got 4 of your buddies, and all 4 of your buddies want to play on the same team, and you're really not in the mood to deal with a bunch of prepubescent kids running around screaming at each other online. What you're able to do in this game is you can build an entire match of bots, and you can control the levels of the bots. So you can create a very nice and interesting session. In fact, when it comes down to Call of Duty, I really like to just get online, play for about an hour with some of my friends, and get off. I don't really want to be online all night. I'm not saying I haven't done that, but so Call of Duty lets you do that. You can get a group of your friends together, just have a blast playing the multiplayer. The other option in there is zombies are back. So if you did kind of like the zombie missions, you can do the zombie missions again in Call of Duty, just like you did in the World of War series that Treyarch also did. The zombie missions are kind of interesting. There's actually 2 coming out of the box, and then there's technically a third one. The third one's a top-down arcade zombie mission, which is kind of strange. Some of you may like it. It's very retro. Some of you may not. And the other 2 are 2 core ones. The first one puts you back in World War II again, which is kind of strange. And you've got to go around and turn these little power units on, very similar to what you're kind of used to. The second one is you're in the Pentagon during like the 60s, and you play as 4 different characters. So you play as, if I got this correct, Secretary of Defense, I think his name is McNamara. You play as JFK, Castro, and Nixon are your 4 options. And it's you're actually defending the Pentagon against a massive zombie invasion. So very interesting, very fun multiplayer. The single-player story has a lot of twists and turns. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but it is a very compelling single-player story. In fact, I'm actually kind of enjoying the storyline a little better than some of the previous titles. It's very graphically. It seems like there's actually been a graphic enhancement to this game. Everything just pops out a little bit more at you. They did things graphically very well, just not well with the firearms and stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to give you these. As far as which ones would I recommend? I have both of them. I love both of them for 2 different reasons, and I encourage you to actually get both titles if you can. They are incredibly fun to play. You'll definitely get your monies out of them, and I'm sure that you won't have any complaints of getting either title. So anyways, if you have any questions, please email me at info@civiliantacticalweapons.com, and remember, both of these this will be up on the Trigger Chat discussion boards, so you can talk about it there. And thank you, and I'll see you next week.